All right, ladies. So we are going to get started, and whoever comes on, let me see. Here's somebody else too. Betty, Betty Gollum. Oh, Betty, we've missed you. I think. I'm glad you're here. Good. All right, everyone. So we are working on the Kaddish. Now there are actually 5 different Kaddish. We're going to actually look at 2 of them, and then there's a third one, which is a little longer. So the
Why so many?
What?
Why are there so many?
Wait. Okay. Let me finish, Corinne. I love you, but come on.
My mind's too quick.
It's called a Hatchikaddis, which is a half Kaddish, which they put that in. This is the rabbis did this centuries ago. They put that in as a break between one type of service and another type of service. And just like a little break. So you're going from it. Then there's the Kaddish Shalem, and the Hatchikaddis doesn't have, I think it's 2 paragraphs, a line and a paragraph in it. It's shorter. The Kaddish Shalem is what's called the complete Kaddish or the whole Kaddish. And that's done after you've completed a particular service. So when you've completed the Torah service, and when you've completed the Musaf, you do Kaddish Shalem. That's longer, and that's whole. Then there's the mourner's Kaddish, which is in both of those others and has a little bit different of a line. It takes out some of it. It's not as long as the Kaddish Shalem, but it has everything that's in the Hatchikaddis and then a couple more. The thing about the mourner's Kaddish is it says nothing about death. Nothing.
Right.
I'm sure a lot of you have heard that. It's all about saying that how much we appreciate God and we appreciate that life and some people add to themselves the lives of the person that they're saying it in memory of. But it's just that thought that you're remembering and you're caring. So
isn't it Aramaic? The mourner's Kaddish? Because it's so difficult to read.
Well, see, that's so interesting. I don't see a difference in Aramaic and Hebrew. That's just me. I guess because I know them and all, but they are all in Aramaic. So honestly, I had no idea what the difference. Aramaic is actually a Semitic language that started 3,000 years ago. In one part, that's the Christian part, they say that that's what Jesus's language was, but the Hebrew came afterwards. And on the Jewish sites, it says that the Hebrew is a close sister language to the Aramaic. And it is, because if you look at it, you think you're looking at Hebrew. And as you're saying the words, it sounds like it's Hebrew, but they're a little bit different, some of it. And you just learn it. You learn it automatically. And so a lot of people say, well, it's Aramaic and it's harder. But I guess if you've learned it and if you practice it and if you know your Hebrew and you know your vowels, it comes easily. You just do it. So, and I know that I'm assuming that all of you have said the mourner's Kaddish at some point in time in your lives, maybe often. You have your sites. So you do say it naturally. The point is you should be reading it too, so that you are getting all of the words correct. Some of the words are a mouthful. They are. And I find it's better to go slow. I used to have a kahila that I was a member of and I led. And the one thing I always said is, and Rabbi Ellen does this too, is that we should, thanks, Zelda, that we should say the mourner's Kaddish slowly, because there are those people who don't know it as well, who don't read as well, and it is important that they say it. So that's the whole concept. You say it slowly. Now, when you're in shul, they're going to zip through it. They are. And if you want, take your time. Just say it. Let it have meaning. That's the important thing. So let's open up our book to the Hatchikaddis, which I know I gave you a bunch of different pages. I'm sorry, what?
You're not doing a screen share.
Oh, yes, I will do a screen share. But
please, for me, thank you.
Okay, I will.
try and get hold of the book for next week.
Let me go. Here we go. Share the sound. Share this. Share this. And I think it is the Mourner's Kaddish there. So this one doesn't, wait a minute, let me do, yeah, it is the Mourner's Kaddish. It's not going to be the Hatchikaddis in this. I could not find just the Hatchikaddis, but we will go on. Well, I'll show you where we stop. Here we go, Kaddish. Here. So here's Kaddish. And I will tell you where. Okay. This is actually a longer one. This is not the Hatchikaddis. Okay, so I would like. Okay, I don't think I've gotten anybody new on. Sharon Becker, are you on? Are you there? Okay, she's not. I know she's on her phone lots of times. Okay, all right, let's go. And we'll do it from here. So we'll start with Linda and do this first line. Reading it, please. Unmute.
Okay. Yitkadal, Kaddish, Shimei, Rabban.
Right. That's the beginning of all of them. They all begin that way. It's hallowed and enhanced may you be throughout the world of this creation. All righty. Now, Sherry, you'll do the second line. And all right, wait a minute. I'm going to stop you. See, this is not the hot
They are.
I'm going to stop
Okay.
you. It's not.
Okay.
This says Kaddish, and I know it. This is not the Hatchikaddis. Oh, wait a minute, it is. All right, go ahead. Go do the second line. That is part of it.
Okay. But I knew this, so
I know,
but now
you
I
gotta
know
read.
it gets me nervous. I have to read it, and it's out of order. Bia,
The Alama.
Ba'alama, di Baruch,
Vera.
Bara,
Mm-hmm.
Kivoto,
Here, Ote. Anyway, Belma Debra Kirote. Kirote. It's they say key. It's Here Ote. Here Ute.
Kier,
Right. Same with me.
Kirute,
Here Ute. Mm-hmm.
Kirute,
Not the
oh, the
yam.
the
So yud.
the yam, la leak,
Leak. Not k. You got to get that ch. The yam leak. Do it again.
Biam leak,
Okay.
Biam leak, Biam leak.
It's not a k.
Mal,
Share. It's a ch. It comes from the back of your throat. It's a ch. As though, excuse me, I know this sounds terrible. As though you were spitting. That's the ch, the chaf sound, the final chaf. Otherwise, if you're making it a k, you're making it a kuf, and that changes the word. So it's a ch from the back of your throat. I know it's hard. A lot of people have problems. Let's do the next word.
mal, hutato,
No, malchu
Mal-
hey.
mahu, hey,
Hey. Mm-hmm.
okay, mahu, hey. I'm sorry, I thought it
Mahute.
was a dove.
You ignore this dot.
Okay.
That's a hey.
Mahu, hey.
Malchute, right.
Why is the dot there, Anne?
I'm not sure. Honestly,
To confuse us.
it's grammar. It's grammar, and we don't do grammar. We don't. We just read.
Okay.
So it's like you have to just know that there are certain letters they'll stick a dot in, and it doesn't change the sound. It doesn't change what the letter is. A hey is always a h sound. It won't change the letter. If there were a dot up at the top, it would be a ho, or ho, or and anything else, or anything under. But inside, it is grammar. One of the other students had come up with all this information, and Debbie and I had both said we're not going with grammar because that's, and Ellen and Julia told us we're not doing grammar. So you see a dot in there, just ignore it.
But there is a reason. At least there's a reason.
There is a reason, and you could go online and look it up and go into grammar for Hebrew and find it out. It won't change how it sounds. That's it. It won't change how it sounds. It's malchute, but it's there for something.
To confuse us.
What? To confuse us is right. Okay. Judy, would you please do line 3? Unmute.
Okay. B'chaye chon, uvyom mechon, uvchaye dechal Beit Israel.
Good, good, very good. Yes. Where am I? Okay. And as you can see, we always talk about Israel. And line 4. Charlotte here or Alana here? No. Okay, Betty, would you please read line 4? Got on mute.
Okay, here I am. Okay. Ba'anala.
Ba'agala.
Oh, ba'agala uvizman kariv vimru amen.
Yes, thank you. Okay, that is that. All right, then. Okay, here we go. Line 5. Zelda, line 5, please. Unmute.
Oh, said it perfectly. Say, Yehei Shemei Rabba Mivorech
Rach, Mivorach.
Mivorach Leolam Al May Al Maya.
Right, that's your mouthful there, a lot of that, those ahs and ayans and ahs, but that's good. And this is the one where we all, if someone's leading it, like a chazan or prayer leader, this is the one where everybody joins in and says it together. And you know, it's the congregation and the reader.
Would you say that one more time?
Pardon? Say it one more time.
Say the line one more time.
I'm going to let you hear it.
Yehei Shemei Rabba Mevarach Le'alam Ule'almei Almaya.
Okay. All right. Now number 6 is Corinne, if you would do line 6, please.
Yitbarach vayish tabach vayit pa'ar vayit romam vayit nasa.
Naseh.
Naseh. Right.
Good. 2 dots. Okay. All right. And then let me see. Andrea, would you do line 7, please?
Sure. Yitadar, Yitadla,
Yit'ale.
Yitale, Yitalal, Shemei, Dikirtashu,
Dekudisha.
Dikudisha, Berhu,
Berich.
Berich, Hu.
Yes. And this part, the Berich Hu, is also a part that the congregation, join in. When the person is saying it, they come to this and everybody says that part too. It's blessed he. All right. Very good. Let me go. Melinda, please read line 9.
Yeah, I think we skipped 8.
Oh, 8. Okay.
Oh, did we? Okay, I'm sorry. Melinda, please read line 8.
Le'ela min kol birchata shirata.
Good, good, yes. Okay. Let me just find where I am in here so that I'm okay. And line 9, Madeline, please.
Tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'almei v'imru ba'alma v'imru. Amen.
Good. Okay, so that is the end of the Hatchikaddis. That last Amen is the end of the Hatchikaddis. Then you add this, and I think that's where we're doing the, let me just get to my right page. For the mourners. Okay, so this, let me see something. Main 10.
Mourners Kaddish.
What? Yeah, wait a minute. I think you're right. Let me just check it out. That's Amen. I'm sorry, ladies. I know I should have been more prepared with this one, but it's okay. So we will do line 10, and now please read line 10. Now. Now you there? You're muted, I think.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yehay, Shlama, Rabba, Min, Shemaya.
Okay. That is not Yehay, Shlama, Rabba, Min, Shemaya. That is part of the Kaddish Shalem. I'm pretty sure. No, it isn't. Hey, Shlomo Rabbo. Yes. Hey, Shlomo Rabbo. Here it is. Okay. So the Mourner's Kaddish actually has another phrase that we don't have in here. And we're just going to read on. This is the Kaddish. So, hey, Shlomo Rabbo. Okay, let's do 9:11. And that is, Sheila, would you read line 11, please?
V'chayom aleinu.
No, v'chayim.
V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Right. Okay. And this is not the mourners. Okay. And that was 11. And let's go down to 12. Okay. All of them have this last line in it. And I'm going to actually go on to another one after this, but all of them have this last line in it. And this is where many of us do some, it's called aerobics, Hebrew aerobics. You go Osa Shalom Bim Ramad. So you step back 3 steps, and then you bow with 1, Hu Yaseh Shalom, bow to the left, and then V'al Kol Yisrael V'im. I'm sorry, ladies. This was not a good one to do. This is Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru. Amen. Okay. This is not the Mourner's Kaddish, by the way. It's a Kaddish that this is actually Bierman House. So they did it. But this is where you bow. And so, who is next? Let me see. Beth, would you read line 12?
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom.
Okay. And then Suzanne, would you read line 13, please?
Shalom.
No, 13, start with 13.
Okay. Theo ko.
Aleinu, 13.
I'm sorry. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael vimru amen.
Right. Okay. So this is a Kaddish. It is not, this is, like I say, Bierman is just giving it to you. It's a little bit different. So I'm going to go to, here. This is a mourner's Kaddish, of which it's going to be a little bit harder, I think, to see. I'm sorry if it is, but this is actually Sepharia. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to have you do we'll read this, and this will give us, this is the homeowner's Kaddish, because this is a little bit different than what they were doing, and like in this one line. Let me hold it. Okay, all right. So let's go back. Everybody has read. Let me see. Let's start at the beginning again. Linda Burns, oh no, you started. Let's go from, I want you to read different lines. So, Melinda, I'll start with you at the top. If you would read this one.
Yikdal v'yitkadash shemei Rabban.
Okay, great. And if you all want to do it out of your prayer books, that's good. You've got the mourner's Kaddish. I would look at your prayer books to follow along with it. It doesn't stop where these stop, but you can keep your finger on it where you're going to stop and then where it'll start again. So, okay, that was Melinda, right? And Madeline. Madeline, if you would read the next line.
Ba'alma divara kirhute.
Kirute.
Kirute vayimlich malchute b'chayechon. B'chayechon uvyom mechon.
Uvachaye. Well, I'm sorry. I have something on the screen. I don't know if you all are seeing it. But
I'm reading out of my book. But
that's good. Done. Okay, good. So go back to this word, if you would, please. Uvayomechon. You go back to that, please.
Uvoyomechon.
Good.
Uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael.
All right, I'll stop you there. That's actually, they put it to another line, but that's good. For any of you looking at the screen, I've got things popping up, so I'm sorry. I don't know how to get rid of them when I'm in the middle. But okay, that was good.
Anna,
now,
question for you.
Sure.
Looking at this, the second line, I guess it's the fourth word. In the Lev Shalem, it's got kirute, it's got the dot in it. But what you have here and what we saw on the previous screen, the Bierman house, it was hirute. It didn't have the dot in it. So is it interchangeable?
Now, where are you? Which word? It's
here.
Here
it's hirute, but like right. In the Lev Shalem, it's got a dot in it, so it looks like it should be kirute.
Oh, that's interesting.
And in the Bierman house one that you had before, it didn't have the dot.
Right. And mine doesn't have the dot. I'm not sure why Lev Shalom put that in. I don't know, but it is a chaf. It's a chirute.
It's chirute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Madeline, you just read. Nell, did you read now? Second time?
No, I'm good. Okay. Baal Gala.
Agala.
Baal Gala.
Naal. Baal.
Baal v'al gala.
Okay, stop. I hear a lamed in there. I hear a l. So that's afterwards. That's after it's ba'agala.
V'agala.
Good. Yep.
Okay. Uvsmach. I'm not sure how to do that one.
That's right. That's a Zion.
Okay.
Uvizman.
Uvizman, Kari, Uvizman, Kariv,
Good.
the Imru, Amen.
Very good. Good. Now I have to say, you all see it says amens because when there are amens, everybody else joins in with amen. In most synagogues, there's a couple of them I've been to where they don't, but they do. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so Sheila, do this line, please. Hey.
Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevarech
Barach, Mevarach.
Mevarach Olam Ul Almei Almeya.
Almaya. That's a line. Almaya.
Oh, it's a line. Almaya.
Good. Okay. All righty. Beth, would you read this one, please?
Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit barach v'yit pa'ar
Good. Yes.
v'yit romam v'yit naseh v'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shemei.
I finish it.
Dekudasha
Berhu.
Barich who?
Berhu.
Barich who, everyone. And that's what you all would repeat that. Barich who with them. So you'd be following it and we'd all say that together. Okay, good. Suzanne, please do this one.
Leola.
Le'ela.
Le'ela. Keen.
Mean.
Me. Oh, doesn't look like a mem.
Do you have a book in front of you? Would it be
I do,
easier?
but I don't know where it is in here.
Okay.
The lines are different.
Okay, all right, that's okay. So go ahead, go back to this. It's a mem, mean.
Mean, kol, borachuta,
Bir chata.
berkata, visharta, vishir, vishirata,
good.
Tushbakata.
Tushbechata. Say again.
Tushbechata.
Yes.
Vinomata.
Vinehemata.
Vinhemata.
No.
Vinehemata.
Yes.
Da'amiran.
Good. Go finish it off.
Alima.
Alma.
Alma. Bimru. Amen.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not coming up clear on my screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Well, a mourner's Kaddish, I have to tell you, if you can find the mourner's Kaddish, that's the same. Yes, the lines might be different, so you have to keep your finger on the line. But
it's much clearer in my book.
Yeah. And like I say, mourner's Kaddish is always the same. Hatchikaddis is different, Kaddish Shalem is different, but mourner's Kaddish is always the same.
All right.
All right, who's next? Linda, do this line, please.
Yehei, Shloma, Rabba, Min, Shemaya, V'yimru,
B'chaim.
V'chaim Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'yimaru Amen.
Good. Okay. And Sherry, do this last one, please.
Okay, I'm sorry, the last one.
That's okay. Osa.
Yeah, Ose Shalom. Uva.
No, Beam.
Right. Beam. Okay, I'm going to find it in my book where we are. So.
Okay. All right.
Because
Find
I
your Warner's.
lost my place for a second.
Warner's Kaddish is at the end of.
Yeah, I found. I'm on Warner's Kaddish. I just where it is in this book. So
okay. The last line.
So, yeah. Okay.
Got it.
Beam. Yeah. Beam ru.
Beam row.
Beam row mean.
Mav.
Beam. Beam. Ru.
Row.
Mav.
Beam row mav.
Beam row mav.
Good.
I only did this 20 months in a row, twice a day for the last 2 years.
Right. Who? This is who?
Yeah, so that's somebody else talking.
I know that they're reading. Whoever it is who's reading along, mute yourself, please, and then you can read along. But we hear you.
Hu Yaseh Shalom. Aleinu. Bial. Baal.
Kol.
Yisrael. Oh.
Kol.
Oh,
Bial. Kol. Right.
Kol Yisrael. Imru. Amen.
The Imru.
Oh, the Imru. Amen.
Right.
Why is it kol and not kol? Because that sound underneath is an is it not?
What was that? This
kol.
Kol. It comes out different. I've told you that. It's our different languages, but it's I've always See, I learned so it's kol, and it's kal. But you'll hear people do kol. You hear a couple of different things from people who have learned their Hebrew long ago and are doing just Ashkenazic and not Sephardic. So that's fine. Do it either way is fine. You know, it's interesting, Sherry. You said you've done it for 20 months, but you were saying if I wrote, most likely, and you know it, but you need to be able to read it, because sometimes I know this with myself with other prayers. I am saying them and I'm following along and I've heard the prayer, but I'm not necessarily saying it correctly because I'm trying to keep up with them and following along with them. So it's just really important to be reading it. I mean, that's why I keep trying to learn new prayers, and singing is not my greatest thing. So I still want to learn how to say the words properly, and then you follow along. So, okay, let's go back up to the top, and Suzanne did it, Linda did it, Sherry.
And I've got another question for you. For anyone else who's reading from the Lev Shalom, the line where it's got Tushbechata v'nechemata, in the Lev Shalom, it's got nechamata. It's got the rather than the
I'm trying to find
You almost got it.
I'm trying to find it.
Starts le'ela min kol berchata.
Le'ela min kol berchata. Okay. Right here, you mean?
And in the Lev Shalem, it's the nechamata. Chemata. In the Lev Shalem, it's an av under it.
Interesting. I wonder if that's a typo. Because this is the word nechemata. I mean, that could be a typo. I've never heard it, which is nechamata.
Right. I think I've always done it nechemata, but
yeah,
that's what I was trying to read it in the book, and
I would say look at one of your other Warner's Kaddishes in the book because there's at least 3 or 4 of them, and see if it's the same.
Okay.
But do that later. But yeah, for sure. But I do think that's a typo. Okay, where are we? We are up at the top. And Judy, did you read a second time? I don't know if you did. I don't think you did. Judy, would you read, you know what? Everybody knows the first line. So read the second one. Ba'alma.
Starting with
Ba'alma, right here. It's after the Amen. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabba. Amen. And then the next line.
See, I can't find it exactly where it is in my book.
Okay. So in your book.
Wait a minute. Well, starting with what is it again?
It says, I want you to do Ba'alma. It's the 5th word. It's actually the 5th word. This Amen's not in there. It's the 5th word. Starting at the top and go to the 5th word, Ba'alma.
Oh. Divara, is that it?
All right, start with Ba'alma.
Oh, but Ba'alma.
Ba'alma. It's not Ba, it's Ba'alma.
Oh, excuse me. Ba'alma. Divra. Okay. Kirute. Biyam. Wait a minute. Biyam licha.
Lich. Just lich.
Licha.
Biyam lich.
Oh, biyam lich. Biyam lich. Malchute. B'chaye. V'yach. B'chaye chon. Uvyomechon.
Uvyomechon.
Uvchaye.
Chaye. Uvchaye.
Dichal.
Beit
Yisrael. Ba'agala. Ba'uvzman. Uvizman. B'kariv. Yimru. Amen.
Good. Okay. All right. And then Betty, I'm gonna have you do Yehay from Yehay. Got to unmute, dear. Betty, you have it?
Did you say Betty?
Yes, I did.
I'm sleeping here. Pardon me.
That's all right.
I apologize. Where are you starting?
All right. It's if you're on the screen, it's the 4th line down. If you're in your book, it's the one that's
I'm on the screen. Yehay Shmei Rabba Mevarech Leolam. Mevarach Leolam.
Leolam.
Ulamei. Ulalmei. Almei. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Ulalmei. And what's the last word?
Almei.
Nope. Almaya. Almaya.
Almaya.
Like I said, this is the mouthful. Okay. And let's see. You know what? Why don't you read? Well, we've got to, read the next line too, because that was a short one. That's one that we hear. So go ahead.
Okay. Yitbarach, vayishtaba, vayitparach.
Ha'ar. No, vayit ha'ar.
Vit romam.
Vayit romam.
Vayit romam.
Good.
Vayit nash.
No, it's the it's not clear up there. Vayit naseh.
Vayit naseh.
Yeah, it doesn't have the 2 dots there. Vayit naseh.
Vayit hadar.
Good.
Vayit Allah. Vayit halal.
No, it's wait a minute. It's Vayit aleh. There's 3 dots.
Vayit aleh. Vayit halal. Shma.
Shemay. Somebody with your phone. Shemay, is that you? I don't know who it is.
Not me.
Okay, whoever's got your phone, mute yourself, please.
Sorry, I can't turn it off.
Mute yourself on your screen.
Mute your screen.
I'm in the other room and I don't have my mouse and I don't know how to move the
Okay,
cursor
all
around.
right. All right.
I
Don't
turned
worry
it
about
off.
it.
I don't know who it is.
All right. Continue, Betty.
Shemay de Kudasha Baruchu.
Barichu. Good. Okay. All righty. I know the Zoom is fun, isn't it, everybody? Okay. Where are we? That was Betty. Zelda, if you would read this, read the whole line there. And unmute.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I lost the place. Which one?
Le'ela. It's after a barichu, and it's le'ela min.
Le'ela. I'm going to switch to this. It's bigger. Le'ela mean call birchata. She rata.
Vishirata, yes.
Tush birchata
No, just
the nechemata da miran bialma V'imru amen.
Good. Okay. So everybody, that vav in the beginning, if it's the two dots under, it's the v. If it's an u, it would have the dot in here. That's the vowel. So the dot would be where I'll see if I can find one quickly. But the dot is inside of it. Not as so two dots under would be v, which means and the dot in it would be u.
Okay,
all right. So let's see who's next. Corinne, would you please read this line?
Okay. Shlama.
Yehei
Shlama Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim Yim Aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru Amen.
Good. Okay. And then Andrea, please read this one.
Oseh Shalom Bimramav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael V'yimeru Amen.
Good. Okay. Can I start with Melinda, I think? Okay. I'm going to stop share for right now so I can see you all. And wait a minute. Where do I get my stop share? Here we go. Hi. Okay. Any questions? Any questions about the words or you know?
Some letters look alike.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, it is the Aramaic, so it is a mouthful. I mean, as you can see, it's it goes over your lameds. You have a lot of lameds, and you have a lot of the chet, and but just honestly, I feel you should know this prayer. You should be able to say this prayer clearly, no matter how fast everybody else is going, and that means practice. So practice it. Just, just keep on practicing it and just be mindful of the vowels that are underneath. Be mindful of what's in the beginning of the word. If it's a v or an u, most of them are v because they mean and God exalted us and this happened. And so that's what it is there. Charlotte, I didn't see you at all and you haven't read. Okay. And
And I
Sharon,
came on late.
what?
I came on late.
Okay. All right. Would you like to read some?
Sure.
We have time. And one other thing, 303-570. Is that you, Sharon? I think it is. She's on a phone or at work. Okay. So Charlotte, let's
And one thing, our rabbi, when he does the Kaddish, always goes slowly.
Good.
Every word. So we can repeat, say it with him. That he does too.
I have said things to rabbis. I have rabbis that are my friends. I have said to them, slow down.
You said before there are 3 Kaddish in various services.
Yes.
The Hatchikaddis.
Yeah.
This
you must have come on.
The mourners, and what else?
Oh, Kaddish Shalem is also one that they do.
Thank you.
Kaddish Shalem is longer, and that means you've ended a portion of the service. You finished your Amida, and you do a Kaddish Shalem. You finished your Torah service, and you do a Kaddish Shalem. The rabbis just decided to put these breaks in between to kind of make it so that it's definitely that's ended. Musaf is ended. This is ended. The Torah service. I'm going to screen share again. It's good for everybody to see it, and Charlotte can read. And Sharon, I hope Sharon will unmute. If not, maybe she's just listening. So let me screen share again. Let's go back to this one. Share sound. Share. There we go. All right. So Charlotte, you can if you're unmuted.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, so start
I'm
with
reading from the book. I can't read from the screen.
Good. Oh, okay. Then read from the book. This is the Mourner's Kaddish I want you to be reading.
Yeah.
So go ahead, read it. Start with the top.
Vayitkaddis Shimei Rabba Balma.
Bit alma.
Do it again.
Bit alma.
Alma D
Vira
Karuta
Here u te
Birute
u here u te
Birute Villach
V'yam lich.
Vilyam Lach
Lich.
Right. Malchute by
Just the b sound.
It's a b, isn't it?
Yes, it's a yeah. You don't say ba though. It's b. Just that sound, right?
B yav
Chai b'chaye chon.
Vahaye tone uv yom. I can't get it.
May chon.
Could you say that one also?
Uv yo may chon.
Uv may.
No. Uv yo.
Right.
May
chon. Uv hey.
Chaye.
Haye.
Uv chaye.
The whole Beit Yisrael Bagala.
Ba'agala. There's an A there. Ba'agala.
Ba'agala Uveit.
One dot, it's an E. Uvizman
Kariv Vimru Amen.
Good. Okay. See everyone, this is that U. There's that dot. Otherwise it's just the V, like here. Vayamlich, or it's Uvizman. Okay. What time is it? We're doing pretty good. Anybody else like to practice again? If you would, just speak up, or I don't have all of you on the screen. So anybody? No. All right. Betty, did you want to, oh,
Okay, wait, now, do you want to point to where we are? Because I
sure.
screwed up my screen.
Let me see. She just did this one on
Yeah,
me. So,
yeah, here we are.
so you can read the whole thing, okay?
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
these
yeah.
lines, the whole sentence. Go ahead.
Yehi Shema Rabba
Shemay.
Shemay Rabba Mavarech
Mevarach.
Lila.
All right.
Le'elam.
Le'alam.
La'alam. Ul alam. May.
Ul may. It kind of blends together. Al may.
Al may.
My.
Okay. Yit Barak.
You haven't finished this word. Al my.
Yeah. Al Maya.
Uh-huh.
Gotta go faster. Vayit Bar.
Yeah. Not the. It's just Yit Barach.
Yit. Let me just make it bigger. Okay. Yit Barach. Vish Tabach. Vaitipar.
Vayit Pa'ar.
Vayit Pa'ar. Vayit Romam. Vayit Nasa.
Vayit Naseh.
Say. Vayit Hadar. Vayit Allah.
Aleh.
Vayit Halal Shemay Dekudasha Baruch Hu. Baruch.
Okay. It's a mouthful, everybody. I know.
You can break your teeth.
Yeah. Anybody else like to do another line? We can do the next line. Anyone else?
I'll do it.
Okay. Who is that? Just tell me. I can't see you.
It's Zelda, but I just lost the place.
Okay. It's Le'ela.
Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata.
V'shirata. You said it right.
V'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata dam miran v'alma v'imru amen.
Good. Right. It does take just doing each word, just doing each letter, getting them spelled out. Good. Anybody else like to take another turn?
I'll take a turn, I guess.
Okay. And who is that?
Linda.
Hi. Okay.
Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen.
Good. Okay. You want to finish this one? Finish this one.
Ose Shalom Bim Raman
Mav.
Barim
Say Bim Ro Mav.
Bim Ro Man.
Right.
Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Vial Kol Yisrael Uvimru Amen. Ve'imru Amen. You know, right. I was thinking that the Kaddish, whichever one, I can't keep them straight, but the one in between all the services, I always think of them as thank yous between the services.
That's a nice way to look at it. Okay. All right, everybody. I think we're anyone else? I'll give anybody else. We have a minute or two. Anybody else want to take
And
another?
I have a question though. It's not a
Sure.
the Kaddish Shalem is only that one line added, correct?
Sure.
So why is
Kaddish
one
Shalem?
line? I don't understand why the Hatchikaddis is the half a Kaddish. And
it is the Hatchikaddis doesn't have the bottom paragraph.
Oh, it doesn't have the bottom part at all. Okay,
Right.
got it.
It is smaller. Okay. It's definitely smaller.
Oh,
and
all right. So
Kaddish,
it's just that one line that's added then. I'll have to go back and do the English and see what
it's
it says.
Tit Kabal Shalot Tachon.
Yeah.
It's called it's Tit Kabal Shalot Tachon Uva Utachon Dechol Yisrael Kadam Avuchon Di Bishmaya V'Imru Amen. That's what's added. And that's
it's also a mouthful.
It is a mouthful for sure. And it's saying, may their prayers and pleas of the whole house of Israel be accepted by, I'll change it to ruler, and let us say amen. So they've just added that extra line in there for the Kaddish Shalem. So, okay.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just trying to, okay.
Yes. You know what?
Again, when's the Chotzi Kaddish, the half Kaddish? When do we say that?
That's in between different sections when they.
Those are the thank you ones.
And it's at different times. It's in between different sections when they, let's say from Pazuke to Shachri, they'll do
okay, and the other one, the Shalem.
The Shalem is when you finish the whole group of them, the whole group, and you're moving on to. You're going on to Musaf. You're finished with Torah and with Amida and Torah. You're going on to Musaf, which is another big service. Yeah. That's when they say the Kaddish Shalem. And then the Mourner's Kaddish is said at the end of many of the services. It's not all of the services, but the Mourner's Kaddish is generally the last thing. Shabbat, you say that after you say Aleinu, and then you'll often have a last prayer like. On mine, it has Adon Olam for Shabbat, but the Mourner's Kaddish we say 3 times a day, I think 3 times. I know you say it in the morning, and there's another Kaddish that we're not going to work on it at all. It's Kaddish de Rabbanan. If you're taking the Bat Mitzvah class, then we did work on that. Kaddish de Rabbanan is it's harder. It's a lot harder. It adds a lot more. It adds 2 to 3 more paragraphs. And well, I'm going to stop sharing so I can look at you all. It adds 2 to 3 more paragraphs, and it talks about the rabbis, and it talks about our teachings, and it's all of that in it. So and it's harder. It's very hard because we're all used to saying the Kaddish, the Mourner's Kaddish, and then the Rabbanan gives you all these extra words that are. And it's one word that's put in, and then at times it's a sentence that's put in. So you can always look at that and practice that on your own. And if you've taken the Bat Mitzvah class, you've practiced, and that's only said in the morning generally. That's not said all the time, as your other Kaddishes are. So, any questions? Any other questions?
And what will we be, if we want to practice a little bit, what will we work on next week?
Okay, excuse me, I lick all the time. We're going to do Lachuna Ranana. That's what we have on the schedule. And that's in your Friday night service, I think. Lachuna Ranana. Let me see. Yeah, Lachuna Ranana is in this Kabbalat Shabbat service, Friday night service. So that is singing. We'll try and sing it. But I think we may even.
Is it in the Behrmans?
Yeah, no, I don't think Lachuna Ranana is in Behrman. I'll have to find it. I'll see what Deb's using because she's got a lot more sources. And then Lachuna Ranana, I don't think it's going to take us the whole hour. We could even start on Shir Ladonoi, which is the next week. So we'll see, but we'll tie that. Yeah. We're getting towards the end. Some of these Adon Olam, Matuvu, you probably know Ein Keloheinu, It's good to know how to read them. And I think we will get to the, we won't get to Birkat Hamazon. I will tell you that, because I feel the Birkat Hamazon take. Anne's blouse does not look blue in this window. Who said that? Sharon, what are you? I don't know. Sharon, we look forward to seeing you next week. Sorry, I'm reading these chats you all are doing. What in the world? Okay, all right. I don't read chats while I'm working. It's so hard. It's hard to do it. But as I said, Birkat Hamazon is something that you can get a tape from Women's League. They can send you a tape and you can listen to it. You can practice that on your own. As I told you, I did that with Carol Simon. We made a deal with each other. The following year, we were going to do Birkat Hamazon for our conference, and we did. So it's just a matter of me practicing, and it is a lot of singing. So it's good to have a tape with that, and you learn. So any other questions? No, this is a good morning. Thank you, ladies.